Stella and Charlie, Friends Forever. Written by Bernadette Peters. Paintings by Liz Murphy. Stella lived in an apartment in New York City with her best friend, Kramer. One day he was gone, and Stella was alone. Stella didn't want to play with her toys. She refused her favorite meatballs. But worst of all, she did not want to dance anymore. Oh yes, Stella was a dancing dog. She just waited by the door for her friend to come back. But Kramer was not coming home. Stella's mom wanted to find her a new friend. So she decided she would adopt another dog. She looked at many pictures of dogs who needed homes. She checked out dogs at animal shelters, but she couldn't find just the right friend for Stella. Finally, she heard about a little brown dog who was found in a garbage dumpster. A lady heard the frightened puppy's cries and rescued him. The dog, who answered to the name Charlie, was taken to an animal shelter in Texas, and Stella's mom was in New York, 2,000 miles away. But because her dog really needed a friend, Stella's mom decided it might be worth driving to Texas to meet Charlie. She waved goodbye to Stella and off she went. When Stella's mom met Charlie, he wrapped himself around her as if to say, "Yes, I have been waiting for you." Charlie looked at her with his big black eyes. She talked to him, and he listened. She sang to him, and he sang back. Yes, this little dog could actually sing. What a perfect match for Stella. And so, Charlie was adopted. Off they went on a 3-day road trip. New York City, here comes Charlie. Charlie spent his first night in a hotel in Missouri. He had a plain hot dog from room service for dinner. "No mustard, please." Charlie was so happy, he did a little thank you yodel. The next day, they were on their way again. "Let's go, Charlie. It's going to be a long drive." They sang as they drove through Missouri on their way to Indiana. Charlie became carsick. Yuck. They stopped for a while so he could go for a walk. The sun shining on the gateway arch made a rainbow of color. This made Charlie feel much better. When passing through Columbus, Ohio, they visited the Sierra Topiary Garden. Charlie smelled everything in the garden. Delicious. He liked the dog, but his favorite sculpture was the monkey. They drove through Pennsylvania on their way to New York City. It was decided that Stella and Charlie would meet in the park. Stella sniffed Charlie. Charlie sniffed Stella. Stella chased Charlie. Charlie chased Stella. They jumped, they ran, they played. Then Stella led Charlie home. She knew the way. Stella wanted to play and show Charlie around, but he wasn't interested. He preferred being held and kissed. It took a few days before Charlie was comfortable in his new home. Stella taught him the rules. Don't jump on guests. Always eat in the kitchen. No chewing on the chairs. And don't piddle on the floor. After a few weeks, Stella realized Charlie was playing with her toys and sleeping in her bed and hugging her mom and licking her bowl, sometimes even before she had finished eating. Stella wanted a friend, but she didn't want to share. Not her toys, not her food, but most of all, not her mom. One day in the park, A bumblebee stung Stella on the nose. Ouch! When Stella came home, she went right to her bed. Charlie came over and licked her sore spot on her nose. You know what? It made it feel better. Then Charlie brought Stella one of his toys, and Stella gave him a kiss. Later, when the two of them played together, Stella shared her toys. She even allowed Charlie to lick her bowl. On rainy days, when they could not go to the park, Mom sang and played the piano. Stella danced, and Charlie yodeled. Stella had a forever friend, and Charlie had a forever home. The end. If you liked this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.